glad to be back again. Welcome right along while I sing the songs. I'm just a happy Roman cowboy. I'm herding the dark clouds out of the sky, keeping the heavens blue. I ain't good and I'm just wasting my time. I'm just a happy Roman cowboy. Let me sing my songs till they call me home to the land beyond the blue. Welcome once again, friends and neighbors. On behalf of yours truly, Zach Hogan, I want to thank all the staff and management of the Calgary Stampede and the Salmon Center. On behalf of the staff and management, have a pleasant afternoon. Welcome right along while I sing the songs. I'm just a happy Roman cowboy. Let me ride that long trail down to the end, where the skies are always blue. Let's draw everything for the Tim Huss song. It's called The Mountain Walls. There's pickups in the parking lot, the full moon is bright. There's a dance at the Range Road Hall tonight. The band's tuning up and there's talk in the bar. The ranchers are coming from near and far. If you fall in love here, that's nobody's fault. Won't you dance with me to a bucking horse waltz? It's Saturday night in Alberta. Everyone's doing alright. The four winds they blow and the second cut grows. Springtime comes slow and the foothills they roll. The steel guitar cries and the fiddle replies. The Rockies, they're always there on our left side. And everyone's doing alright on a wild horse Saturday night. Wild Bill Pato could have told you the tales of the picnic powwows and the Burgess Shale, the battle of the Bow and the Bighorn Bash, the Peace and the Old Man. Follow the river from the glacier's last stand down the incline toward the Palliser's land. The cowboys and Stettler are leaning on a rail, talking about the Seminole tales. Hot irons are branding along 22, filling water they're drinking at the water house. The chuck wagon drivers, they all can agree it was a hell of a year at the Panoka Stampede. And it's a good night to be in Alberta. Everyone's doing alright. Four winds they blow and the second cut grows. Springtime comes slow and the foothills they roll. The steel guitar cries and the fiddle replies. The Rockies, they're always there on our left side. You can see a long way to the right, between the muskeg and the Medicine Line. There's a number on a sweater that's hanging up high from the rafters in the roof and the Wayne Gretzky Drive. Northern lights haunt the Saddle Hills. The bitumen and the lions are paying the bills. Cardston and Crow's Nest, they're all trying to find a place and a trace in the lost lemon vine. country must come before yourself, or you'll have to serve your country by living somewhere else. Yeah, goodbye Jim and Jackie, goodbye John and May. We hope that you'll be happy living in the USA. But if you don't believe your country should come before yourself, you can better serve your country by living somewhere else. Yeah, if you don't believe your country should come before yourself, you can better serve your country by living somewhere else. Thank you very much. I took a trip up to British Columbia last summer, up to the Invermere area. It made me think of this song because I went and visited my grandparents' cabin. They built it in the late 80s to early 90s. Haven't gone up there since 2003, since they sold it. Didn't stay long because there were some people at the house and I didn't want them to wonder why I was taking photos in front of their property. But tonight as I live in this crazy old world, if only the truth could be known, I dream of the days and the friendlier ways of my British Columbian home. I lived in a town by the railroad track where the trains all bid me to roam. My love, she cried when I said goodbye to my British Columbian home. But there was no fortune nor fame so bright, no matter how far I did roam, compared to the mountains that called me back to my British Columbian home. Now as I sit in this crazy old world, so tired of living alone, I'm dreaming of when I'll be there again in my British Columbian home. I'll fix up the house by the railroad track. I'll ask my sweetheart, my own, to stand once more in that little front door of my British Columbian home. Farewell, farewell to this crazy old world. Farewell to the grief I have known. I'm on the right track. I'm traveling back to my British Columbian home. I'm on the right track. I'm traveling back to my British Columbian home. Thanks very much. Got time for maybe one or two more, I don't know, but that's what I'm hoping. Yeah, I'll do two more, I think. Have you heard in Quebec City, there's a law they put degree to separate John Maple from the lovely fleur-de-lis. Well, my name is Johnny Maple, and they'll never make no laws that'll keep me from my little Quebecois. So won't you come and join our wedding underneath the maple tree? The wedding of John Maple to the lovely fleur-de-lis. And upon our waving banner of the maple leaf all calls. In Canada, we get to see them all. All right, thanks very much. That's it for me, except for one thing. Except for the encore. You know, like real professionals, they leave the stage and they come back. Well, we don't have time for that.